All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Wakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth and the do well. Much peace, love, blessings, many salutations to the elect. All right, you brothers out there striving and fighting to be of that 144,000. All right, Lord willing, we endure into the end. All right, even down into you sincere believers in general that will make up the rest of the 1/3. All right, you men, women, and children out there that believe on our testimony through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai and are fulfilling your lots in all truth and sincerity. All right, unto you I say Shalom as well. I am the brother Shapal out of the Great Millstone Dallas branch, coming to you all again with another lesson. And this is in transit, so bear with me, but nevertheless, Lord willing, it will be edifying. This is really a lamb back that I wanted to do, following up on the Elder Yashawamba's video he did. It was entitled Understanding, quotation marks, Fallen from Heaven, and quotation marks, Cast Down from Heaven. Okay, which pretty much, I didn't watch the whole thing. I got about 17 minutes in, but he was pretty much going into Isaiah 14, pretty much tearing down the stronghold in which modern plantation Christianity subscribes to today, being that they pretty much stumble at certain words like heaven and hell. There's particular imagery that comes with those things in the mind of a Christian. But again, the elder, beautiful elder, Remnant Save 144. If you aren't subscribed, this is one of the men that I learned from. So, definitely subscribe and be edified. But nevertheless, like I said, just a land back to his video in which he brought out a particular point, going into Matthew, the 11th chapter, and the 23rd verse, dealing with the city of Capernaum. And this city was pretty much lofty, right? It was a city of great wealth in terms of, how we may look at it today financially. People had their financial freedom. You know what I mean? They was able to take trips. They was able to be loose from day to day. And the whole point of why that stood out to me is when the elder went into the definition. When you grab that word Capernaum in the Greek, in the Blue Letter Bible, all right, it's Strong's G 2584, all right, Capernaum, okay, Capernaum would be the correct pronunciation in the Greek, Capernaum, all right. And when you read, or when you go into the outline of biblical usage, and I didn't know this, and it was like, wow. It goes into Capernaum actually means literally a village of comfort, right? A village of comfort, a town, a city. It's a place of comfort, a place of rest. And which, when you look at a lot of our people today, and just the inhabitants of America, Babylon the Great as a whole, all right, those that subscribe to pretty much the Western ideologies in which is instilled, they're comforted, all right? They trust in the shadow of Egypt. They're pretty much leaning upon, all right, this wicked kingdom, all right, wherein for us we have to remember to not fall into that mind state, okay, because the flesh, like the scripture says, bro, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, right? So the spirit is willing to endure, to overcome, to pretty much stay on the right course, but the flesh is very weak. And if you're not careful, okay, you can get yourself even into a mindset of, falling into the comforts that come with this place, man. Whether it be riches, all right, whether it be entertainment, all right. You look at the average American, and that's exactly where their mind is geared towards. Comfort. They're leaning upon the amenities that America has to offer. And though brothers may drink, brothers may enjoy themselves, brothers may have hobbies, brothers play video games, brothers, enjoy sports, or whatever the case may be, we have to always remember to snap back to reality. Because remember, these things are enchantments, essentially. And there's no enchantment against Jacob, which really, going into the 144,000, they will be found as virgins, pure, with no guile in their mouth. You see, when you read about it in Revelation, the 14th chapter. But it's very beautiful, you know, when like I said, the elder brought that out, and it just, man, it was like you know, I was inspired. I was inspired that, you know, looking forward to getting off of work and just, you know, I do have a couple precepts in mind, but just pretty much letting it flow. Because at the end of the day, again, riches, the entertainment aspect of what the society has to offer, these things can be, you know, they can bamboozle you. They've been bamboozled the rest of the world, and we're not exempt from that. But we know that the elect, essentially, like the scripture says, if it were at all possible, all right, this is the book of Matthew 24 and 24. It says, for there shall come, or Salakia, let me read that again. Matthew 24 and 24. It says, for there shall arise false Mashiachs, all right, or Mashiachim, Salakia, Mashiachim, all right, which pretty much is the Hebrew for anointed, all right. For there shall arise false Mashiachim and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You see? So the whole point of America is again, you know, Babylon the Great, confusion, Amerigo bitter, you know. These things are you know, literally set to deter us off the course, man. Wherein, you know, it's very waning on the spirit, man. Working these jobs, you know, 10, 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, 5, you know, just devoting so much of your time to doing something you don't want to fucking do. It's designed for you to want to find an escape, to want to be like, oh, I need to lean upon something that'll take this away. A lot of people turn to alcohol, you know, and that's something that we all have to be mindful of as well, because that can be, you know, a somewhat of a crutch. But what we need to remember to lean upon is what? The word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because this is where the comfort truly lies, man. I'm going to read that again, Matthew 24 and 24. It says, for there shall arise, and this is talking about, again, the latter times, the times that we're in right now. For there shall arise false Mashiachim and false prophets. It shall show forth, Salakia, just kind of turn my brightness down a little bit, turn it up. It says, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So that right there lets you know it's impossible to deceive the elect. The elect won't be deceived at the end of the day. Why? Because they were predestinated from the foundations of the earth to overcome, just as Yahweh Shai did. You see? But again, the elect, like the scripture says, put on, therefore, as the elect. Right? So in putting on as the elect, it comes with what? You pretty much denying the flesh, mortifying your members. Right? It requires discipline. Okay? Spiritual discipline. It requires your mind to be on the right track, man. And where if you lose sight of that very thing, okay, shit, it might cost you your salvation, man. These are things we all have to be on the lookout for, bro, because hell, man, none of us are exempt from judgment. It ain't over, as they say in the world, and I like saying it. It ain't over until the fat lady's saying, man. And that bitch got a whole lot more weight to gain. So pretty much, as Yahweh Shai said, you know, that was folly, but, you know, forgive me. He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. Point blank, period. So we don't know. That's the thing, man. We don't know, all right? And the riches and all things like that, man, just be content with what the Lord has for you, man. Like the beloved Elder Ari Nazi, man, that's really stuck with me since last weekend. But he had said, you know, just be happy you're here. You know, just be happy you're a part of the family, bro. Dudes get proud and boastful in their knowledge that they were given at the end of the day, and they want to get up on a level, even within just this ministry. It ain't even got to be just dealing with, things of the world. It's always important the greater thou art, the more thou humble thyself, man. So humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, man, and He'll, in due season, bro. In due season, we about to get this victory, man. We see America waning, all right, looking bad. People out here lamenting. So they about to be in pitiful case. They don't even know it. But see, the mysteries have been revealed unto us, man. These are the treasures. So continue to pretty much store up your treasures in the kingdom of heaven and not here on earth, man. Okay, I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is something that I had in mind. Proverbs. I've been doing a lot of talking in Salakia. Some of them flowing in the spirit, but I felt like it was an important message. All right, Proverbs 30 and verse 8. It says, "Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me." So you want the Lord to sustain you, to give you just enough to where you good. You ain't struggling, right? And the scripture says, I believe in Job, have yet to see a righteous man starve, something along those lines. Loosely paraphrasing. But I'm gonna read that again. Proverbs 30 and 8. "Remove far from me vanity and lies." And vanity is what? Vainness, emptiness, things that really hold no value. And when you look at the riches of this world, the things that people esteem as so high, it's really things that are gonna vanish when it's all said and done. They hold no weight, they hold no value. But this ministry, oh man, what we put our hand to plow, ain't no looking back, bro. This is where it's at the end of the day, and you got to keep that mindset that that's exactly what it is, where it's at. There's no other place we ought to be, man. There should be no other place where we'd rather be, right? So remove far from me, O Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, vanity and lies, deceit, right? Emptiness. Salakia. King Solomon in Ecclesiastes, he spoke upon vanity, often. Being that all that he put his hand to do on the earth, everything was vanity except for fearing the Lord and keeping His commandments, man. You see, he lived a full life on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. He lived a very full life, man, and was able to experience things many of us brothers haven't experienced. And you know what they say, even the scriptures prescribes it, that experience being the best teacher, man. So you get to actually see from inside what it is to be this, or what it is to have that, or what it is to... But at the end of the day, the wisest man, pretty much Yahweh Shai in that carnation, he said, man, all that shit don't mean nothing, bro. Even Mike Tyson, he said that shit's garbage to me, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's true. So you got to pray the Lord removes that mindset from you. Sometimes we'll get caught up in the fleshly things, and hey, man, shit, ain't none of us exempt from judgment, bro. So we need all the mercy we could get, man, and we want to stay on the right track at the end of the day. Proverbs 30 and 8 again. "Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me." And that may differ for different brothers. You know what I'm saying? You might be a brother who can't would fucking bug out. You get all this fucking money. You see? You might bug out. You get all this whole lump sum of money. We've seen, I've heard the stories. I ain't gonna say we've seen, but I've heard the elders say, brother, dudes fell out the truth for hitting the lotto, 200,000. Never to see or hear from them again. Probably blew it on an 8-ball and some fucking whores, man. You know what I'm saying? But for some brothers, they may be able to deal with a little bit more money, man. But it says, "Feed me with food convenient for me." So you got to just pray the Lord gives you what's convenient for you at the end of the day, man. Because those things can drive you to the point where you get comfortable. And this whole walk, like Yahweh Shai said, man, enter ye into the straight gate. It's all about being in a difficult, uncomfortable position, man. Because this uncomfortableness is going to lead to our growth, our abounding in this truth and in this ministry. And it's going to essentially set us under Yahweh Shai in the kingdom to come, man. if it be thy will, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. So that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, just a quick in transit. You know, the Elder Yashawamba just wanted to land back off the video he did dealing with, you know, Capernaum, that village of comfort. You see, and what did Yahweh Shai say? Let's read the precept, actually. Shalakia, we should have opened up with that, but it's all good. You know, the Spirit had to go the way it went. Matthew 11:23, and this is red letter. This is Yahweh Shai speaking, because they pretty much wouldn't receive Yahweh Shai because they already had it all made. And one more thing, that's why the scripture says that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because they're comforted by those things in which they have. All right, Matthew 11:23, and thou Capernaum, right, that lofty city, right, which are exalted unto heaven, shalt be brought down to hell. So you pretty much, you had your time, your 15 minutes of fame, but the Lord said He's gonna bring you down at the end of it all, man. But see, what we're doing, the struggle we're going through right now, is gonna lead to an eternal heaven for us, man. You see? So it says again, and thou Capernaum, which are exalted unto heaven, right? It was in this lofty position, many riches, many very wealthy city, all right, shall be brought down to hell. You will be brought down to the grave, man. It's all vanity, right? It's all gonna be destroyed, you along with it, because you reject the truth. All right, so it says, for if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained unto this day, man. And like I said, pretty much being the point dealing with Capernaum, hey man, we can't get comfortable on this side, brothers. You know, continue to examine yourselves on a daily basis, all right, and continue to fight for your crown, that no man take it. All right, so the next one I say shalom.